Now, the state quarter for the great state of Kentucky here features here, if you can see it, a picture of a Kentucky horse and famous Kentucky horses. And then the inscription is "My Old Kentucky Home," which I believe is a line from a famous song about Kentucky. But here I also have tourist visitors guide to the state of Kentucky, and this is 2009. Thanks to the wonderful people of Kentuckian, the tourist department, for sending us this beautiful guide. But as you can see on the cover, it also features famous Kentucky horses, and it says here that as early as 1800, the quality of Kentucky's horses was recognized throughout the country, and by 1840, Kentucky had reached the pinnacle in horse breeding, a position we still hold today. So it's famous for these very expensive, some of the finest horses in the world are bred and raised in Kentucky. And also, this guide has very important information about an event which is going to take place in a little over 1 year. In September, from September 25 through October 10th, 2010, there will be a World Equestrian Games will be held in Kentucky Horse Park in Lexington. So, and this is going to be World Games, and it will represent the largest equine sport event ever held in the United States. The Kentucky Horse Park in Lexington will host the games from, like I said, September 25th to October 10th. This will be the first time that the games will be held outside of Europe. Now, let me tell you something which is kind of related to this information in this visitor's guide. Now, I had, for one of my classes in my school here, I had my professor was Professor Gregory. I'm not going to mention his last name, but Professor Gregory is a very fine gentleman, and his wife Ellen is actually from Kentucky. He's from Michigan, and they have wonderful, precious children, a boy and a girl. But I really enjoyed taking his class. This was like 3 years ago. But 2 years ago, during the summertime, we took a trip overseas. A couple of professors and several students, and we traveled for 2 weeks. And Professor Gregory went, his wife Ellen, and their two children. And now, when I was gone on this trip, my wife and my children, they stayed home. But what Ellen did, Professor Gregory's wife, what she did was very, very special. I will never forget it for the rest of my life. It was just out of the kindness and goodness and love in her heart. She arranged for our neighbors who lived directly underneath our apartment, and they were friends of Ellen. She actually arranged with the lady. I wrote like little messages for every week that I was gone, or every 2 or 3 days, little pieces of paper was a message. And Ellen actually gave the lady some little gifts. So every 2 or 3 days, the lady from downstairs, she went to my wife, and she presented her with a little gift and a little message from me. And this was so special, and like I said, I will never forget it for the rest of my life. And I want to say big thanks to Professor Gregory, Ellen, and their wonderful children. And I will never be able to repay that kindness, but at least I can do something. And since Ellen is from Kentucky, and this information that I just read, and by the way, this is the school where I'm going, and Professor Gregory actually works here. But what I wanted to do is to, if I have the means, right now I don't have the means, but if I do have the means in 1 year, in 2010, I wanted to invite Professor Gregory, Ellen, and their kids to travel together to these games, equestrian games in Kentucky, and just celebrate the culture and the heritage of Kentucky, since Ellen is from there. So at least I will try to do it. But again, my thanks to the family of Professor Gregory's, but also to all the people in Kentucky, those who are working in the horse raising farms and all kinds of businesses, industries. I just want to say you have my respect and admiration, and I wish you prosperity, and I wish prosperity to this great state of Kentucky, and we will emerge even stronger from this economic recession. Thank you very much.